Hello everyone, good evening. This should be a real experiment in success. So what are you going to get out of the vlog tonight? If you are a seller and you want to see what realtors are up to in the way of state-of-the-art digital presentations for your home, well, we're here for you. I'm going to go over all my equipment. If you're one of my realtor peers, what you're going to get is a glimpse into everything that I'm doing. Many people haven't adopted all of these systems yet, but we're on the way. So I know that there's always a lag in the start time of a live broadcast. So what I've done is I've prepared a short video, about 35 seconds, to show you what some of the topics are going to be this evening. Let's go to that now. It'll literally fill in the entire floor plan.
Stop it or start it by merely pushing that button.
Let's just jump right into this. So, why would anyone stream live on YouTube? Well, here's the deal. On Facebook, what you do is you get this prompted warning. It says, don't put any third-party videos in your broadcast. Well, what that does is it makes it so that I'd like to post this in my Realtor Facebook video group, but that's just not possible. I want to stick to the rules, so we're going to go this direction. Now let's talk about the broadcasting system, how it works, and what can be done with it. You'll notice on the left-hand side of the screen, there is a tiled list. It's basically a menu. It's allowed me to organize the presentation this evening so that everybody can take a look at what is going to transpire in the broadcast this evening. I can literally go down, I can prompt myself by just going through the screens. So we're a little bit more organized, and it'll show almost an edited quality as though you're watching a TV program or an edited video. But you can go over in a chat and ask me a question. So here's one of the things that I really liked about the new system that I'm using that is called OBS. And what it is it allows me to show a transparency like the floating globe over here on the side. It will let me take and continue that, and it allows me to do so many more professional things. Now, Matterport. I'm going to post this right now so that you know what a Matterport is, and if at the top of the screen there's going to be a prompt that you can go to if you're not familiar with what a Matterport is and hook directly into one. So Matterport, all the buzz. Here's an article that I found this week on LinkedIn, and what it says is they took Matterport, they turned it into a Facebook program. So what would happen was anybody that clicks on this would go straight into a Matterport view. Now they kind of fudged it a little bit here, calling it a Facebook 3D open house, because Matterport's been at this for a long time. I've been doing this, but it's coming more mainstream. Now this is the Matterport camera. By the time you make the entire investment in this camera, I had a little over $8,000 in it. And one of the reasons for it, you needed a lot of additional equipment. Now, I utilize almost exclusively all Apple devices. And the reason for it is most of the programs integrate with Apple. I had to go out and buy this special iPad Pro to be able to run that system. At the very beginning in the video, you saw me holding that, and there was literally a floor plan. And you can run a Matterport totally off of your phone or the iPad. You need not be on a computer. Today I had someone come in and they gave me a call and said, how do I see this house? I don't really have time to get to it today. I said, merely go to the Matterport. They were right there, gave me a call back, and are trying to book an appointment to come later in the week because they've already previewed the property. So where's Matterport going? How important is that going to be to us in the future? I think it's going to be huge. Now, let's go to this page. The Matterport will allow me to take and do a 2D printed view just as though I was making a presentation for a brand new home. Many people like to know the exact dimensions with measurements. That's totally capable of being done with a Matterport. So here's another really nice thing about this system. I can send a ticker message on the bottom of this system. It allows me a little more professionalism, allows me to send a subliminal message, and I can literally communicate at multiple levels within the live programming system. Now, what I really want to do with this is interviews, where I'm not talking constantly. There's a give and take. I have those planned for short sales, a title rep, an attorney, a real estate coach. All of those are going to be capable with just the introduction of a Skype call and then the graphics that they'll give to me. So let's talk about the Manfrotto Clip, because people want to know how much all this stuff costs me. Now, that Manfrotto Clip is this device right here. This is my Ryko Theta. I'm going to have to get this over here. This is a 360 camera, and this clip goes right on there. Now, it's on top of a monopod that I utilize with the rest of my camera equipment. But every one of my cameras has one of these clips. That clip's $50. No, this stuff is not inexpensive. You want to be able to have really good equipment. So if you've got the good equipment, you're going to get a good result. If you have a Matterport, of course you're going to talk it up. If you don't have a Matterport, you're probably not going to use it. You're going to talk as though it's an unimportant device. But there's more and more companies that are coming to this technology wanting to do Matterport, video, and address-specific websites. Let me go over here to the Theta 360. You're going to see over here on the left-hand side, this is actually a moving web page. You saw that picture open up. That is done on the website with this camera. It's not a Matterport, but it allows me to store that information. I can put it on my computer and send it to somebody. If they were wanting to know what the neighborhood looked like from the front yard, I can set that down and they can literally see the entire view, and it can be text to them immediately. Now, how do I get such silky smooth video? I do that with what's called the Ronin M. At the very beginning of the video, you saw me walking through the garage, and I literally on the second screen took and showed you how smooth that result can be. That came from this device. By the time I bought this and the hard box that it went into, so that everyone could, help me carry this stuff around and have it protected, I had over $1,000 into that one device. I put my Canon 80D, which is this camera back here, in that carriage. I had to have a special lens, wide angle lens, to do that with. It was about another $500. The reason that I share this is so many of my realtor peers have no concept, because they don't hold this equipment, is what is really necessary. You're going to have thousands of dollars invested in this if you want to come and do this yourself. Or there may be a greater appreciation of what a photographer is bringing with him, not to mention the skills necessary to do this. Each one of you probably have seen me fumble over the last couple of days trying to get this live broadcast system up. I see this to be a very valuable tool in the future. It's something that allows for instant contact. I could take and converse with all my peers very quickly and introduce them to a new property and tile through all these screens while doing it. So, lighting. What kind of lighting does George use? That's all my lighting in the garage. Mostly I use either fluorescent or LED lighting because I want to keep the temperature down and I want portability. It doesn't take the cool down time with a fluorescent light as it does an incandescent light to take and move it. But LED is very quickly becoming the only way to shoot. And in many cases, you can run battery operated off these devices. The small camera in the middle, the little panel, the LED panel, that's a Savage Light, approximate value $117. It runs off of one battery. It has a 3-hour run time. It's in fact lighting part of the back of my room right now. So this, again, we can go back to the ticker and we have a huge page. We can communicate at so many different levels utilizing this type of system. So audio, what do I use for audio? This is the Rode Filmmaker lav mic system. One is a transmitter, one's a receiver. You put this one on top of your camera. It runs straight in and records the information. This one, merely put it into the lav mic, tape it onto you. It's good for a matter of about 40 or 50 yards. So if you're making an approach, you've got a very good audio source that you can work with. Audio is as important to our videos as anything else. Also, independent H4n zoom. This gives me the ability to run a backup audio. So if I have a boom mic or a pole mic, something else, like I was going to use this this mic mounted on top of the camera, I can run one of the other systems at the same time and end up with dual audio. Very handy stuff. So, GoPro. Can't go anywhere without a GoPro. GoPros are famous for having very bad lighting. Excuse me, batteries. This is an auxiliary battery actually given to me by Guild Mortgage. I can take and do a time lapse that'll span a matter of 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours even, with this based upon the size of the SD card that I have. These are very handy cameras. I actually have 2 GoPros in my collection. So, clamps. This is just merely a simple clamp, and the GoPro holder device, waterproof holder device, I can mount this literally on any place where I can clamp it. 99 cents. What a deal. Just a little ingenuity, 2 rivets, 2 drill holes, and I had a clamp. To get this same type of thing as an official GoPro accessory, about $35. I like the 99 cents solution a lot better. So, now behind me, you'll see the Canon 80D with a slider. That Eldachrome slider alone was about $450, but that gives you a very smooth panning movement. If you wanted to do a zoom in or a zoom out or a slide across for some type of reveal that you wanted to do when you're going from in or around a door and you needed to transition to your next shot, you could use that. This was my first slider. 4 skate tires and a little PVC. I actually still use this. If you put this on a smooth granite countertop and you make a roll with it, you got some really good footage. Everything doesn't have to be expensive. If you have a cheap lens, you're going to get a cheap result. If you have something like this and you know how to color grade in Adobe, you can probably end up with something pretty decent. So, let's fly. You can probably notice at the very beginning of the video that there was a drone shot actually of this lifting off of my house. This is the DJI Spark. And the reason that I selected this drone is it's so small and so convenient. You can put it in the air, literally palm launch it and grab the bottom of it and walk away. It gives a really decent quality 1080p 29 frames per second that is all I need. 4 or 5 seconds of aerial photography or videography and a home video is really about all you need. If you go beyond that, to me, it kind of gets boring. So, this is the controller. It goes straight into the your phone mounts right here in the bottom of it. Now, one of the things about Apple in combining Apple with so many of the digital devices, including the Theta 360, the support apps run best on Apple. So if you like Samsung and you wanted to go to the Droid technology, it's going to be a little bit harder. That's why I have stayed all with Apple. Now, I think we're really pretty close to the end of what I had planned to share this evening. I'm still experimenting with this system. I've got to get more familiarized with it. It's not like cutting a video. You don't have a chance to do take after take. You got to be right on your topic. This probably is not for every real estate agent in the industry. Many of them don't even want to do video. I jump right into it. I love this stuff. Being able to share what my clients do, like in that 17 seconds that was at the very beginning of the video, phenomenal results from that when played on Facebook. It doesn't have to be long to drive someone to a website. So again, I probably get old with this, but video. Every home should have video. If you're dealing with a real estate agent that's not doing video, go find another real estate agent. Matterport, very important. We don't charge more for Matterport. We Matterport every one of our listings. Oh, we have a short sale video that's going to be produced. It's going to be alive because it's an interview. It'll be out in a couple of days. Address specific website. Put the website for all this work right on the sign. The people will drive by, will look at your advertisement, which includes the Matterport, the video, the photo gallery, and all the contact points so that the agent can be contacted immediately. This is a state-of-the-art integration. It is where our industry is going. You have to do this, or other agents that do provide it are going to be right there saying, I'm a realtor, I can do anything. I can sell your house using all these tools. You have a very great evening, and I'm going to flash away with this. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have a question, email me and watch that next video. You may really be entertained. I wish you all the best. Thank you.